I'm a gay student. I did not promise her anything. We were just dating, Doris Ogala versus Pastor Chris, who said he promised to marry her, and now he wants to go and marry somebody else after 9 years of dating. Yes, she has the right under Nigerian law to sue him for breach of promise to marry. However, under this same law, Nigerian law, she has certain things that she must prove that occurred in that relationship for her to successfully sue and then get awarded damages by a court. One of the first things she must actually prove is that there was a promise, an actual promise was made. And when I say promise, that is, he actually promised her marriage in that 9 years relationship. And under our laws, it's not just to say the person was being romantic. No. The promise must be clear, definite, because the court deals with evidence. And when the court says prove that he promised to marry you, such proof must be a specific promise, a definite promise. For instance, engagement was done. Maybe like an engagement party, as is being done in our generation now, or introduction was done where he took his family people to go and see her people for introduction, or introduction was done. Such promise can also be inferred by the court through the conduct of the man, where he has gone to see her parents, to visit her house, introduce himself to the father and the mother. So he can actually, such promise can actually be inferred from that conduct. Now that's the first thing. So it's not enough for her to say you were dating for 9 years, and that 9 years he promised to marry her. She must prove that he actually promised to marry her. That's the first thing. Now the second thing is that there was an actual refusal, where he said he is not marrying her, or he is now getting married to somebody else. That one now shows that he has actually completely failed on the promise. So this is the second thing. Now the third thing, which is also the third element of this particular claim, is that she must show that she has suffered loss as a result of holding on to that promise, believing that he's going to keep that promise. That loss can either be financial loss, money she spent during that 9 years time. It can also be emotional loss, the fact that she rejected a lot of people who came for her those period, and that it made her lose a lot of suitors who could have married her. So emotional loss or financial loss. If she's able to prove these three things in court, Pastor Chris will definitely, most likely, get the ruling against him, and she should get a handsome, damage compensation awarded to her by the court. A landmark case backing up this particular claim is the Supreme Court case of Ezana versus Atta. Is a quite a recent case in 2004. That particular case, the Supreme Court upheld that truly somebody can institute a suit for breach of promise to marry and get awarded damages. A follow-up case to that, which is also one of the most recent one, is the case of Magbami J versus O2. I think that was in 2016, where the Supreme Court also affirmed the rulings of a lower court that yes, you can sue your boyfriend, sue your fiancé or ex-boyfriend or ex-fiancé who promised you marriage, or even sue, it can go both ways, lady or man, your girlfriend, your ex-fiancé, and sue them for damages for breaking that your heart. And yes, we are here to let you know how you can go about those things and let you know what the law provides. If you want to institute such lawsuit against those persons who broke those promises. Remember, the popular thing that say promise is a debt. Yes, so and that debt can actually be collected through the legal means, which is through the courts. Don't go and use self-help. Don't go and take back all the things you bought for her by yourself. No, use the legal channel. Go to the court, present your case, and if the court finds that you had financial losses, it's suable. Cases where you open shop for her, bought car for her, bought land, bought house for her, or the lady did the same for the man, you can go to court, sue her, and get awarded damages compensation. In most cases, the court can actually award that, all those things that you gave, as long as those things it's not a gift that was done through a deed. That is, you did not legally give out that gift, through a deed. The court in this case, if seeing that the reason why you gave those gifts, because you were relying upon the fact that this person was going to marry you. Remember what I said? It must be shown that those gifts was because you were relying and hoping and believing that this person was going to get married to you, and this person will not break their promise to marry. And if the court is able to see and you're able to prove these things, that you gave those gifts, made a lot of financial loss, a lot of emotional investment, financial investment in that person, then you have a right, a claim. So Doris Ogala, if she has things, she has lost money, time, emotional damages, and all that, she can institute a lawsuit against Pastor Chris Okafor and succeed. The same thing goes for Pastor Chris. If he can also prove it or disprove, as the case may be, because he can also choose to countersue or just go as a defendant to say, no, I did not promise her anything. I'm a gay student. I did not promise her anything. We were just dating, There is no evidence that I promised her to marry, or I promised to marry her. And if he's able to prove more than she can prove, then the pendulum will swing in his favor.